Hello fire signs, you're up. Let's get it started. I redid my last video so many times. I have absolutely no intention of doing that again, okay? This is a fire sign reading. Let's see what's going on with fire signs. All right. It was 111. That's where the intentions were at, but now it's after midnight, so it's 112. 12 at 112. Okay. Oh, okay. What is going on with fire signs? Oh, and by the way, the last video was a contest video. So if you want to join the party, go check out that video and see what's at stake. Okay. Fire signs. Mid-January, wherever this is. It's like the beginning of the second week, right? Honestly, what day even is it? I think it's only Tuesday, so let's see what's going on for I almost said Sagittarius, so there will be a little side note for Sagittarius over there. But for fire signs in general. Fire signs, fire signs. They're like, oh, all of them are Sagittarius. I'm like, everyone. And they're like, okay. So annoying. All right. Anything else for fire signs? Oh, I'll take that face-up card and call it a day. Yeah? Yeah. Bottom of the deck, 9 of Wands, strength. I love to see you there, fire signs. It's a good place for you to be, okay? All right. Now let's see what's going on in the work life / financial life of fire signs. Gang of Grandma. I can never remember the demons, like hardly at all. There's a few of them I know what they are, but some of them come up a lot. And let's see what kind of channel messages or messages in general that we have for fire signs. We'll take them both. We'll take them both. And we'll do a little more shuffling when we get there. Let's see what comes through. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay. Okay. Yep, we don't need to be this anal. Okay. So up top we have the Eon. All right, so there's some judgment. Now this could be judgment that you're giving off, or this could be judgment that you are receiving. Okay, I'm not here to call out what anybody's doing. We're just going to talk about the situation that's being judged. All right, you have to decide where the judgment's coming from. And of course, if we are giving it, we're most likely taking it. And if we're taking it, it's because we're giving it, right? It's like mirrors. So keep in mind that it could be cause and effect here, where it goes both ways. But up top, Judgment Day. All right, Judgment Day. So let's see what's going on. We have the 9 of Cups. You're feeling very satisfied. All right, you're feeling pretty good. So just overall. Happiness, which truly is a state of mind, because you have to decide every single day to be happy, and honestly, you've done that. Proud of you for having the 9 of Cups straight away. However, when you think about how you really feel, okay, in your head, you're happy because you're counting your blessings, you have what you want or need, and like, you know, you're mentally doing pretty good. But when it comes to your actual emotions, the things that you may have a grip on some stuff, but there's also a lot of like issues as well. Okay, with the 10 of Wands here, oppression, maxed out of control. More mental health than just mentality. Okay, these are deep emotions. These are things that are holding you back, things that are bothering you, things that you're keeping inside that are just boiling up, so to speak. All right. Could also be dealing with like a water sign in this scenario, because we have Cups and Wands almost like, well, sandwiched between this one wand, this common wand, right? And you might not be in as good of a position as the water sign. So if you're dealing with a water sign, it could be that. But yeah, I don't know. Hard to say. So we have this sideways pile face down. I like to do the face down cards last, but I know the top card, because it's discolored, because long story, is the Magician. So keep this in mind, right? That we are talking about your vision, but we'll get there. Here we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so great. We want to see that, you know. Hopefully things are turning in your favor, because if anything, you're both the happiness and the oppression. But if you're only one or the other, you're obviously going to be the wands, because fire. Okay. Granted, if there's a lot of water in your chart, go watch the water video. You know, this is for the fire signs. So it seems like if the Wheel of Fortune's present after this Ten of Wands, then things will be turning in your favor. Okay, things are going to start working out. But what's it really going to take? So we have the Prince of Wands, which we're not crazy about him. He's kind of immature. He's a little directionless, maybe even misled, and going too fast. Okay, kind of all over the place. If you're dealing with a fire sign son or a younger brother, or somebody else who's like very immature and their presence is in your life, then they are a hindrance to the blessings that are trying to come to you. Okay, could be you, self-sabotage, but it very well could be someone else who is, it's like having a slight effect on you. Okay, especially if they're younger, but also if they're just really don't have their life together, right? I guess we could just reveal what's underneath. The Princess of Swords. All right, so back to back. If it's you, if it's them, the other one's not much better. They are quite the pair, these two. Because everything I just said about this little fuckboy, right? She dishes it right back. She goes hard. She gets aggressive. She'll take the defense, and she will be petty. Right? And she's really trying to work hard and do her best, but she's a little directionless too. She's just swinging that sword. Just swinging it. Okay? Yikes. Alright, so we have this fat stack and then this like smaller stack. So, right up front, the Empress. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and guess that's you. Even though typically speaking, the fire signs would be the masculine, and it would be more likely that the Emperor comes up because Aries is the Emperor, and this is for all fire signs, so you would think we'd be doubling up on the energy. It could very well be a partner if you are dealing again with a water sign or even an earth sign, or a female to male relationship. You fit this however it fits, okay? But this bitch, she's really got it. She's in total control. She's very graceful. She definitely knows what she's doing, and she can direct. Okay, she can tell people what to do with ease. Some people struggle with that, but fire signs typically do well taking the lead, right? So that kind of thing. Could be, again, a partner or in any capacity. But then we have the Six of Discs, success. So financially, if we're even bringing up finances, just stability in general, you're looking pretty good. You got a full tray here. You're ready to go. You're ready to chow down and bring the people their food. Okay, success, very stable. Yes, we like to sit at the table. Success, but here's the thing too. Okay, which kind of a funny story going on here. Going back to the Eight of Wands, swiftness. Okay, and when I say going back, I'm referencing this Ten of Wands, the Prince of Wands, the Ace of Wands. When it comes down to your feelings, once again, it's almost like you're reacting to them, even though you're not thinking about them. Okay? Because you're in the zone. You're in your business. You're in your happiness, your bliss. Okay? But there is something huge that you are not dealing with, or someone who you're not dealing with. Okay? So you're going to react to things, and it's not going to be very well thought, very quick, maybe even slightly haphazard, okay? And moving in all types of directions, kind of like these two, right? The prince and the princess over here, that kind of thing going on. When you don't get that sorted, it naturally gets to this state, which is better than being completely held back, but also sporadic behavior can be a mistake, if you will. So we have the Knight of Swords. Now we're returning to this Princess of Swords energy. It could be a boss, it could be you, it could be if you're dealing with an air sign, could be anything, but he is very hardworking. He's way more focused than these two. But if this is the energy you're serving up, he will get involved. Okay? It's almost like the Princess of Swords like, Dad, I need your help. And he's like, oh, we will talk about this later, but right now I'm just going to make sure you're okay. Kind of thing. And, you know, he's in control of himself. And he will take control of the situation. Okay? So he can be a very dedicated, hardworking, kind of heroic guy. But he can also be, who messed with my girl? Right? We have the art card, Sagittarius. I did have a brief mention of Sagittarius over here. We're going to see what those two cards are. Most likely not a timeline, because we would be moving backwards in that case. Doesn't necessarily have to be Sagittarius, but could be a extra emphasis on Sagittarius right now. Could also just be art, getting into creation, letting it maybe even fuel the fire, converting these feelings into passion that drives you rather than suffocation that stops you or something, you know. Could be taking a break, could thinking of temperance, right? But I don't know, it's time that you really take control. Like, don't let this Knight of Swords take over. Whether it's you or them, don't let him take over. Stay in control and create the reality that you want, especially knowing that we have the Magician on its side over here. We have adjustments. So really heavy on this air sign thing. Okay, so I feel like some of the individual zodiac videos were very heavy fire on fire, and yet we mentioned water and air for this one. So it's not to say that this can't apply to you if you're dealing with an earth sign or fire sign for that matter, but there is a lot of emphasis here on the air with the Princess of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and adjustment, which is the Libra card. Hopefully it's not a timeline, because Libra season's pretty far down the line here. Pretty far in the year. Okay. But maybe that's when you next take a break. Or you get used to the fact that your life is going to be slightly chaotic, and the only thing that you can do to help yourself is to create. Okay? Just that kind of thing. Two of Discs change. Five of Cups disappointment. You love it. You love the drama, you love the chaos, you love, it helps you thrive. It's maybe not the most healthy thing in the world, but you've got your shit so down pat that it's not as distracting as one would think. Okay. Some signs, I think, get a little more taken over. You know, me being an earth sign, I would even put us out there and admit that we'd get distracted at work if something was really bothering us. We would be incessantly talking about it and, you know, just unable to kind of let it go. And so I think you're doing a really good job balancing of something really driving you crazy or really holding you back or really just frustrating you. But it's not really making you lose focus by any means. Like, you're still handling your business. You still got the hustle going on. Like, you're good at the end of the day. It's just kind of an annoying thing. But if it were to change, this little drama piece that you have, I don't think you would be very satisfied. I don't think you'd have the same type of happiness that you do now. You'd be more stuck in the middle. Five of Cups, disappointment. It would just be kind of like boring, kind of still waters. You like a little ripple. You want this water to flow, you know? These cups are overflowing, right? And these, not even. You know, not flowing at all. So it's kind of give or take, give and take. Okay, real bummer. I literally ran out of storage on my computer, which I have not had long, so it's just sort of a low storage capacity. I don't know if I edited these videos together or not. I typically don't edit videos. This might be a part 2. I don't know. Fire signs, it's for you. So I am trying to remember where I was at if it changes, you will be bored. Yeah. So, good shit. It's all in your head, really, at the end of it. We do have the star, so indicating Aquarius season, perhaps. Could also come as a surprise or when you decide to focus on yourself to see what happens, right? Knight of Cups. I see that water sign coming in strong if you are dealing with a water sign. I feel like the more you focus on yourself, the more they're going to care. The more they're going to take this passion and turn it into compassion and become the nurturer that they need to be. Could also be a bond with a father figure, whoever. Could be a timeline here. Aquarius season is next in like a week or two. Well, not a week or two, a week and some change. And Pisces season's right after it. But we also have the 8 of Cups, indolence. So with the cups, especially like the darker, more negative cups, sometimes I do almost associate it with drinking. Not necessarily always, but it's laziness and it's liquid. And so it's like something that's really taking its toll, weighing someone down. Whether it's you or them, it's all hand in hand. It doesn't necessarily have to be drinking either because you didn't get the devil or any other like addiction cards. It's just something to consider if you're not identifying with the lazy aspect. But of course, you know, things being the way they are right now, a lot of people being at home more, it might be a little laziness, right? It might even be that person who, you know, they just don't end up living up to your standard, and that's okay too. Or, you know, they also have work to do. Okay. Because one last little cup for them could make a world of a difference, right? It just depends. So, yep. And now these face down cards. Face down cards. So the Magician's on its side. You have to decide what you are envisioning right now. So we have the Princess of Cups, reiterating if you are dealing with a water sign, you might want to go check out that water elements video. If you're participating in the contest, you're going to want to check it out anyway. But doubling up with that, tripling, quadrupling up with the water, okay, the cups. But it's all in your mind, like I said, right? So that 9 of Cups, that bliss, that indolence, that little bit of laziness, the Knight of Cups, having strong perspective. Maybe you're questioning yourself if you're not dealing with a water sign. But if you are dealing with a water sign, not he or she, but feminine, because it's water, not showing up as a queen. Just gonna say that right now. Okay. Just saying. But Ace of Discs, so everything's pretty much worked out, very stable, bag secured, right? 2 of Swords, peace. All right, it is what it is. No reason to have any conflict. It's almost like an agreement to just stop fighting, stop resisting. Okay. 7 of Wands, valor. It's going to take some courage. Whatever it is that you're dealing with, it could be something they're going through. Again, it could be that your mentality's been great and something finally does affect you and you kind of start rethinking it. You know, if you yourself was that 9 of Cups and you yourself was getting into that Knight of Cups and you yourself was finding that you identify with that 8 of Cups, if you are indeed not dealing with a water sign, it could just be that you're like, damn, I have to start this process over again, but I'm willing to do that. And then, right, secure the bag, make peace with it, stay brave. And the Priestess, you already know that this is kind of what you want. This is, right? These all go the same way. It's just like if you let go of this vision, if you let go of this process or this person, it's simply not what you want. But you're at this crossroads of like, well, you know, there's good and bad. Good and bad. And it's almost like you're not really that affected by it either way. So you want it to just become what may. However, it's like, what are you really envisioning? Okay. And we'll do a little shout out if you are dealing with an earth sign. There was a little bit of discs in here. There wasn't any face cards. So I feel like this was heavy on the water and air if you're dealing with them. And it could be in any capacity. It could be romantically. It can be religiously. It could be work related, family dynamic. Doesn't matter. It's just going to be about that. But I will also mention for Sagittarius, it's going to be more about relationship. Okay. And I do see the relationships working out here because we have the Two of Wands, dominion, partnership, domestication, two emotions coming together, right? Because we have that Ace of Swords in the reading. But it's also got the Six of Cups, which is pleasure. And it's very yonic to me. I say it all the time. Could be female pleasure. So again, if you're working with a water sign or earth sign, that would be heavy on that. Them getting a lot out of this relationship too. Okay. All of the lights in here, baby. Extra bright, I want y'all to see this. Turn on the lights in here, baby. That's your contest clue, by the way. Alright, we got Ganga Grandma going on financially. Beware of excessive pride, bragging, or not judging a situation. Bitch, are you kidding me? You got judgment and then a warning to stop judging? Okay. Beware of excessive pride, bragging, or not judging a situation or knowing all of the facts before getting involved. If it ain't going to affect your money, I don't see the point in it right now. You need to stay focused because you're doing a really good job staying focused. And, you're not letting your personal life affect your work life. Okay? You stay grinding, fire sign. I get that. But don't judge people if they're not on that level. You don't need to brag that, oh, I'm so much more mentally stable than you. You're falling apart inside. Don't lie. Just because you're holding your work life together doesn't mean you gotta rub it in anybody's face. Okay? Or even have those thoughts for yourself. And you especially don't want to be giving anybody no advice and getting involved and being like, well, I can do it. You should be able to do it. And this is how I do it. Don't. Because you don't even really know what's going on yet. Right? Just wait till you get all the information that you need before you go and make harsh or rash comments. Okay? So, in conclusion, we have the Skull of Stars, infinite possibilities, and we have the Barmbrack, sweetness and synergies. So this is really going to be a time for you to light up, start shining like you know you do. Okay. What did I do to my baby? What did I do to my baby? Okay. Don't I make bangs look so much fun? Cut your hair, fire sign. Do it yourself. Do it with city glass. See, I shouldn't even say what I was about to say because I was half joking, but it's what I do. Anyways, sweetness and synergy is going to be about coming together and baking bread. And I think the phrase is actually breaking bread. But the whole thing with the barmbrack is it's what they do in Ireland. They throw cranberries, walnuts, and like other ragtag items into a bread, and they sit down and they eat it together. It's like a holiday celebration and shit. And then infinite possibilities, right? The Skull of Stars, it's all in your mind. We've been saying this since the beginning. With that Nine of Cups coming up, I was like, yes. Coming up, fire. Okay? I like those. And together, it's just a reminder that, yes, anything is possible. So you might as well start connecting with other people and seeing what's out there and seeing what's really going on. And I got this little chunk of cards, so I guess I'm freestyling instead of getting a direct line. All right? But scrying, intuition. Okay? Trust your intuition. Use your intuition. Navigate with your intuition. All right? Stop doubting yourself because you know. Right? That was this whole, you got the priestess and now you got intuition. So you need to really go with your gut here. Infinite possibilities. So you might as well try. You might as well put yourself out there. All right? We got mummy, change. You got 2 discs. You got the mummy, change. It's time to shake things up. It's time to trust your intuition to the point where you go out of your way and take a chance and make a change and truly do what you need to do to get what you are manifesting, to receive your blessings and do what you want without thinking of anyone else. All right? We got the night song, Hidden Talents. When I say make a change, maybe it's to your career. Maybe you need to start sharing what you really got in there. Okay? Okay? And even if you can't change careers and it's like a hobby, like Simple as, oh, I've been painting recently. Well, maybe post a painting. Somebody might want to buy that shit. Or, gosh, I really wish that I would have joined a choir. Hey, maybe you still can. COVID may be complications, but it can be a hobby. And you can still enjoy it while still using your gift and expressing it because it's there. Hidden talents, all right? Yes. We got the lamp, remembrance. So it's going to be about... maybe part of your unresolved shit here is from a death, okay? And that's why it needs to be addressed. And this is what you need to do to work on it, okay? You need to light that candle, say that prayer, talk to them. If you win the contest, you can get the $10 reading off one of them special conversations. Just saying. But you need to start honoring the people that you've lost because they are your guardian angels. We have spider, community and web weaving. Okay, so that's cool, getting together with people. Also, the spiders is like a whole thing, working on that. But yeah, community and web weaving. So making connections through hard times. Even if you can't be with someone in person, like try to be with them at least digitally. It takes very minimal effort to send a text or set up a voice conference or other things of that nature. All right. People are doing digital, what do you call them? Virtual galleries and stuff. So maybe that's the kind of thing that's what's up where, it's part of your gift. It's what somebody who's passed wants you to do. And it's what you need to start building towards. All right. And then Lady de los Muertos, pretty much you owe me a tip. Okay, it's acceptance and equality, so everybody works hard, right? We've been talking about that this whole time. Now you owe me a tip, so give the video a like, leave a comment, participate in the contest, watch more videos, whatever you gotta do to leave me a tip. Boom, my Venmo is in the description, just saying. But you owe me a little something. That's what she comes up for. Okay. Invisibility, authenticity. Who are you when no one else is in the room? That was 1, 2, 3, 4 on the time since the video got interrupted anyways. I'm just saying. Who are you when no one's in the room? What do you do when no one's looking? What's your attitude like? Is that what this is about? Hiding that? Right? This is when you take the clothes off. What's underneath? This? Just saying. And then vampire, emotional intelligence. These really tie into this reading really well. A lot of these did, actually. But emotional intelligence is going to be knowing when to let go. When to be done. When to move on. When to realize that the other person needs to step up. Okay. Emotional intelligence. It's not all about how you think. Sometimes it is about how you feel. All right, fire signs. So that was pretty good. I liked it. And overall, decent message, I would say. Hopefully these videos are one, because that'd be really embarrassing if I couldn't figure it out. I'm an expert, not a professional. All right. I will see you next time.